everybody, Mike Fifer, Fifer Hobby Supply. You all know that, as I always say already. Today we're going to do video 13, Lucky 13, and I'll show you what I've been doing. You're going to get excited about it because I'm excited about it. Okay, I'm making progress with fascia. I know it's tall, but it'll be cut down. And it goes around the corner there, and then it'll only be as high as this here, and then it'll be cut along there all the way around the corner, and then it'll be randomly cut up to match the mountain. So a good chunk of this is going to go away, but Robin helped me, and we got it pretty level with the laser, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Then I started putting the 1 inch around the top, and you can see that I have that all on down to there. That was pretty easy because it's easy to hold. Now what I got to do is I got to figure out these 5.5 inch pieces that go down here on the bottom. So I'm going to tackle those, and I think I'm going to start. What I'm going to do is I have the piece there that's about 15 inches wide or 12 inches wide, possibly a little 13 maybe. That piece I'm going to cut and bring over here and probably go around this. Why are my fingers red? Go around this corner and maybe over this far. And if I do, I'll cut this. That's why I left this unattached here, so that I can slide that under there and then attach it down here and have it go down to this level here. As you can see, it'll go down there. Once I do that and get that over here, I'm hoping that those two 5.5 pieces will go there. And I hope they get all the way down there to about where that piece ends there. Because then I'll take another wider piece, put it in there, cut a slot in it, but it'll go around that corner and attach over there. I hope that makes sense. But we're going to continue working on this, but that is what I have right now. I'll stand on a stool, go on the opposite side of that, mark the back side of that, pull it off of there, and put it back up. Okay, there's the first piece of lower fascia. And you can see that that's going to flow right around and right down here. And I got one more piece to put on, which will take me right to the end of that, this little piece right here. And then I'll make a piece for there. And we need to make a piece for that corner over there. Special cut. But I'm working my way around. I'm going to put this piece up, hopefully. And then I have about 30 minutes to do that. Then I have to go to an NMRA meeting. So that's it for right now. Okay, there we are so far. And honestly, that's about all the fascia, with the exception of this little piece down here and the little piece in that corner over there. That's all the fascia there's going to be here. Okay, guys, I had a heck of a time making these little pieces, but I finally got that one in. And I cut a slot in it so that we could see the train going up the hill. I had to take this piece off. Well, hang on a minute here. This piece off and cut the end of it off down there to match. So I put it back up. It's in place. I've got to put a little piece of wood across here to make that rigid, as I did here and there. I had a heck of a time bending this piece. This piece broke, so I'm going to put a little piece of 1 inch in there. But I'm going to wait because I need to take this back off and cut it at the proper height and this at the proper height and get the mountain cut. Cut a hole in the... Let me back up here. Hold on just a minute here. Cut a hole right in here so that I can see the... So if I'm over here where I'm standing, I can see the train go by on its way downhill. And then I'm going to put a circular hole right over in here. I might just use a hole saw to cut that hole so that I can look up that straight track up there on top and see if anything's going on weird. So 2 openings need to be made in there. The hill will be cut from somewhere up in here, kind of just randomly down to somewhere. Anyways, this is currently what it looks like. And tomorrow, likely tomorrow, I'll paint it gray. Then I will wind up cutting some holes in it for my UP5 panels, or whatever they're called. UR93 panels. And I won't need one down here on this end. I will probably need one right in there somewhere, because this is going to be the interchange yard and some kind of a place to switch. And then of course there'll be one in there because that's going to be the switching area. And then there will be one right here, probably just to the right of where the station sticks out, to operate the yard. So I have a plan for 3 fascia panels, and then I've got to get my throttle pockets mounted, and but I'm going to paint it all first and then put those holes in. That board that's sticking out right there is merely to hold up those 2 ends while I was trying to finagle them. Robin helped me with this big piece. She was a big help this morning. Trying to hold that straight out over here was kind of a chore to get it level. And we were able to get it level by resting it on this little top of this mount for my tool stuff. And then this little board right here is just temporary. It'll come off of there. So once I get that board cut and get it back in place where it goes, which it'll probably be tomorrow. It's going to get dark on me outside to be cutting wood, but I will probably mark it tonight. But when I get that done, then it'll all be ready to paint. Okay, gang, I came back out and I decided to fill my mistake holes, let them dry overnight. I put the little 1-inch piece in over here. Just put some spackling in there. Go around. Some spackling there. And some spackling down here. And by tomorrow, that stuff will be dry. I can sand that. And then I can get the little roller out, and I can roll all my fascia. Yahoo! Then once I roll the fascia, I can put, I can start putting my electrical switches out here on the fascia. I can put my panels there and my lights, my short circuit lights out here. Get all that stuff mounted after I paint. Cut that stuff in with my vibrating saw. And, we'll be on our way. Okay, everybody, here we are. Here's the fascia all painted. I just finished about 20 minutes ago. And this is as good as it's going to look. While I had the paint out, I went ahead and painted the top of this little cabinet because it had never been painted because it was screwed up to the bottom of the old layout. The only other painting I've got to do now is the black, touch up all the black and paint the black on the legs, like right there, and all the ones that you see. And then once I'm convinced that all this gray is pretty dry already. I mean, it's had quite a bit of time. You know, it's pretty dry. But I'm going to wait a little while, maybe till this evening. And then I'm going to make a little template. I'm going to start cutting holes for my little UR93 boxes and put them in the layout. I don't know, just continue on. So here we are. Let me get back here at the doorway. This is what you see when you come in, including the mess, but I'm going to do something about that soon. But there is the fascia. Okay, you guys have seen the backdrop, but I now have my throttle pockets and my rebrailer pockets in. I have the UP5 panels in. I don't have them wired up yet, but there's one over there in the same setup, and one over here in the same setup with my wireless throttle. So it's starting to take shape. Let me show you another thing I did. Okay, you can see on the backdrop over there where there's a road. That road is going to have a low underpass. Under the track over here, I've got to put some metal sides on there to replicate a bridge. And then I'll build a tunnel out of just styrene for underneath there. And that'll give me access, a road access over to the other side over here on the other side of the center track. But anyway, I just thought it would tie that in with the backdrop over there and bring it over here. Unfortunately, I built this underpass to put over there because I thought it was 2 inches high, and it's not. So what I plan on doing is using that underpass over there somewhere on the face of the raised track as a tunnel coming out from somewhere to provide road access over there. That's the game plan for right now anyway. Okay guys, as you can see here, I have my on-off switch connected. On, off for the layout, off, on for the lighting, off for the lighting, on for the lighting, off for the lighting, or whatever I don't want on when I'm running the train. Those were a booger to put in because as you can see, the Texaco gas pump sticks up higher than the fascia, which meant the box had to be cut out into the 1x4 somewhat. So my little vibrating saw came into use again, and as well as my mask, so I don't die of sawdust fumes in here. But I already showed you guys my throttle pockets. I also put in the holes for the short circuit lights and the green light. There's the green light for the system is operating correctly. There is when the locomotive short circuits. I do not have all the wire underneath tied up, obviously, but I do have all that stuff on, and it's coming along. And I think I told you I painted the top of that cabinet there. But anyway, oh, And I came across another power strip and I put it under there. I'll paint around it with the black. But that's connected to layout power, so if I want to plug in the vacuum or something on the other side, I can plug it in. That's about all I can take tonight. I'm tired. I've been working. You'll get the full story on that in a little while. It involves a couple of estates. But we'll talk about that another day. And that's it. Okay, everybody, that's it for video 13. Not a whole lot of stuff, but a lot of important stuff. And I think it's making the layout look like a layout now. So I appreciate you being here, and as usual, thanks for watching.